From courting controversy during live streams to faking their entire persona for sympathy and views, these streamers have been caught in 4K, beginning with Sketch, who often appears to have verbal tics and engages in repetitive movements during streams, both of which are typical in individuals with Tourette syndrome. And if you pay enough attention, you will notice his voice and mannerisms change frequently, which some have also came to associate with autism. Hey, my name is Mighty Elroy. I make weekly documentary videos. If you enjoy, please subscribe. Now let's get back to Sketch. Today, Sketch has amassed a significant following on various platforms, including over 5 million subscribers on YouTube and nearly 100k followers on Twitch, with his popularity stemming mostly from his impressive gameplay and his more personal and introspective videos.
It's okay! It's a mukbang! You're supposed to get downright nasty! Look at me, a full-blown pervert!
However, in several of these streaming videos and interviews, Sketch's actions have been interpreted as an indication of his conditions, which led fans to believe he was genuinely affected by a disease. But things have taken a different turn after a Reddit user who works with autistic individuals claimed that Sketch's behaviors didn't seem real and were exaggerated for the camera.
I think we had an evacuation. What'd I say? It's a trap. It's a trap. You know, that's called the Trojan horse. That's called the Trojan horse right there.
These accusations quickly spread, causing people to look closely at Sketch with questions like, did Sketch actually fake autism? Other fans of streamers felt betrayed, realizing Sketch had been pretending to have a disability just to get more views and sympathy. The internet exploded with anger, with further backlash aimed at Sketch for exploiting serious conditions to boost his popularity. Sketch would be immediately called out on more posts on X. Dog, that dude Sketch really faked autism. His way to fame, dog. Like, he's kicking it with NFL players and teams. And man, we all gotta start fake having autism now. On Reddit, when a user asked about the controversy surrounding Sketch on social media, another user responded by suggesting that people were criticizing him for being awkward and nerdy. This response prompted clarification from other Reddit users who stated his online persona is a little bit more than an awkward nerdy guy. They are all very real concerns that he's pretending to be disabled or mentally challenged when he is not. But it wasn't just the fans that were voicing their opinions. Bruce Dropomoff expressed his shock and disappointment. He admitted that he genuinely believed Sketch was autistic and was stunned to learn that it may have all been an act.
I didn't know Sketch was playing a character until I heard he was 25. I'm like, damn, that's pretty cool that you can consistently do that. But like, does that give like inspiration to everybody else to act like they have tics and autism and or Down syndrome? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's confusing.
However, it is hard to believe that Sketch was lying, with many arguing that it would be extremely difficult to maintain such an elaborate act over several years. It is in fact possible that Sketch might still have some form of disability and that the accusations were unfair and too harsh. But upon further research, you can see moments and entire videos where Sketch acted completely normal.
If we played a whole season,
That would take forever. If we have to win, that would take forever.
For the 20 versus 1.
it was so high pressure, I choked.
Make sure you get this. When you clip that, do this. Clip that when you say that.
In the face of all this drama, Sketch decided to speak out in a series of interviews and social media posts explaining his side of the story. Sketch stated that his behaviors, such as his frequent hand movements and changes in his voice, were coping mechanisms for his anxiety rather than the signs of his disorder. He also mentioned that he struggled with nearsightedness, which caused him to squint and lean in closer during his streams.
So what is it? Like, do you have a condition?
No, I don't have any condition. The hand movements and motions and stuff like that, that's like just me getting energy out type.
Despite his explanations, the internet remained divided. Some fans felt reassured by his transparency, while others remained skeptical and continued to criticize him, much like Sneako, who has his own issues that we will discuss later in this video.
You know, I didn't put a label on it. I'm just having fun with it and like, you know,
I'm just having fun pretending to be retarded.
While Sketch never really admitted to his wrongdoing and hasn't done much to aid the rumors, Jidion took immediate action to own up to his mistakes. From creating wild pranks to finding faith, Jidion's journey took a turn nobody saw coming. Jidion announced that he is leaving his prankster past behind to follow a new path in life with Jesus. In a video posted on his second channel, Jidion explained his decision to step away from creating prank content, admitting that he no longer felt his content was in line with his newfound Christian faith. There's no Christian in their right mind that can make the case to say that the content I was making was of God, Jidion said. He went further, saying, "Every time that I'm doing a prank or doing a prank on a person, I am literally practicing what the master prankster himself, Satan, did." Reflecting on his past actions, Jidion expressed regret, acknowledging the harm his pranks had caused and decided to end his pranks.
I truly feel like there's nothing else for me to do except for do the will of God and just point people in the right direction to follow Jesus and to just get people to pick up their Bibles.
All of this transformation can be attributed to two things that happened in his life. The first one was behind the scenes story Jidion shared to one of his videos from one of his popular pranks, where he lied to the security guards at the Gatorade headquarters to gain access to the building. This prank led to serious consequences.
It's really not far off. I mean, I did a lot of crazy stuff in my videos, but the one thing I think that haunts me the most is one of my most popular pranks was whenever I snuck into the Gatorade HQ and I deceived the security guards and lied and said that I was working there and that I was part of the commercial team. And I got the prank done, got millions of views off of it. So many people giving me props. But what a lot of you guys don't know is 3 people lost their jobs because of me. Because I lied and was saying that I worked there, I got 3 security officers fired.
For the first time, he clearly saw the real-world impact of his actions, leading him to reconsider his approach to content creation. Before that, Jidion's career had been filled with lots of drama and controversy. For instance, in January 2022, he was banned from Twitch after encouraging his followers to harass fellow streamer Pokimane. This incident sparked a major backlash with Pokimane, suggesting that she was targeted because of her gender. However, Jidion would deny these claims, stating that his dislike for her was personal and not based on her being a woman. His pranks only continued to grow, increasingly outrageous over time. He was fall asleep during a WNBA game. These stunts, while serving their intention of gaining massive views, also brought a lot of consequences. But the second thing that pushed his desire to change was a particular transformation encounter during an Uber ride, which he discussed in his announcement video. Jidion recounted how the Uber driver, a devout Christian, struck up a conversation about faith and the state of Jidion's soul. This unexpected dialogue became a turning point for the YouTuber.
The Uber driver, she looked back at us and she asked us a question. If you guys were to die right now, would you go to heaven or would you go to hell? I had to be honest with myself. I had to look into myself and I was like, the way I'm living right now, if God was to take my breath away right now, I'm going to hell.
Because of all of this and more, he looks back on all these acts in regret and decided to delete all his old videos. He felt that his prank videos were not only ridiculous, but also misaligned with the person he wanted to become. By turning his life over to Christ, Jidion hopes to provide a different kind of influence, one that is more positive and reflective of his faith. Because of this, Jidion may one day be remembered as a YouTuber who talked the talk and walked the walk. However, this next streamer stands out as the biggest hypocrite ever. It may be hard to believe, but Sneako was once celebrated for motivational content and his positive energy.
What do people think of you? This is what we live for. It isn't how can I make myself better, it's if I go hiking this weekend, how many Instagram likes could I get if I take a selfie next to a tree? Our image is everything, and if you pay attention, you'll see the lengths people go to maintain this.
It was the major reason why he initially gained attention through appearances in Mr. Beast's videos, because his early YouTube career was built on creativity and thoughtful content. His journey started on April 29, 2013, when he uploaded his first video talking over over Black Ops 2 gameplay. Even at the age of 14, Sneako was unique in his approach, often discussing social and political issues like gun control, racism, and gay marriage alongside his gaming content. By consistently uploading videos, Sneako reached his first milestone of 1,000 subscribers within just 6 months. He then began a series called Internet Rant, where he humorously critiqued YouTube's comments and other online stuff. These videos significantly boosted his views and subscriber count, leading him to creating more personality-driven content, such as the 5 types of high school teachers and a teenager's aspirations. His subscriber count grew steadily, hitting 5,000, then 10,000, and on and on and on. However, Sneako's path would stop being smooth. After a brief hiatus in 2017, he returned with a more introspective video titled Ego, where he openly discussed his insecurities and egotistical behavior. This was unknowingly the beginning of a more personal and vulnerable Sneako. Despite his setbacks, Sneako continued to produce videos that resonated with his audience. His 1-minute podcast, where he conducted quick insight interviews in public places, were particularly well received.
If you died right now, would you feel accomplished with what you've done in life?
Yeah, because a man isn't defined by the amount of money he made while he was alive. He's defined by the impact that he left, and the impact that I've left on the people that I've come into contact with has been positive, and I thank God for that every day.
Things started to change though. Around July 2022, when Sneako had gotten about 152,000 subscribers, then by September 14 he had skyrocketed to over 800,000 subscribers, and this rapid growth was because of one noticeable change in his content style. Sneako was engaging in more controversial topics and public disagreements. His online persona has shifted from thoughtful and introspective to loud and maniac, often resulting in crazy opinions. One major instance of his controversial nature was in his public spat with Hassan Piker, a well-known Twitch streamer and political commentator. Sneako criticized Hassan's content as lazy and low effort, which led to a series of back and forth reactions between the two.
Watch Hassan Abi have terrible takes about the world. Yeah, you're right. Streaming's harder than working in a mine. And give your money away to these people that like, and then
streaming is harder than working in a mine. What has Sneako done for workers' rights? I wonder. Amos Hassan Abi quote, streaming is harder than working in a mine. Oh, God. How do you get wrong on like every level? It's kind of crazy. The only person working harder than streamers is Sneako's girlfriend.
This feud is just one example of Sneako's tendency to provoke other popular figures, which some saw as a strategy to gain more views and subscribers, something the old Sneako wouldn't consider. In addition to the constant feuds, Sneako's views on social issues, particularly regarding women, became crazier.
Being a man is better. It's better.
His content began to reflect anti-feminism sentiments, almost resembling those of Andrew Tate. Sneako frequently reacted to Tate's content and even developed a friendly relationship with the Tate brothers. Despite all the heat he got, Sneako's new content strategy continued to prove effective in terms of numbers. His live streaming and reaction-based videos garnered significant views, and his presence on platforms like TikTok expanded his reach even further. The Sneako hashtag accumulated billions of views and his clips, especially those involving street interviews and predictions about women's response, went viral. While Sneako's fake persona and shift towards drama have certainly brought him attention and success, as he always wanted, it has also came at a very great cost. Many of his original fans and co-creators have jumped ship, and Sneako himself seems unapologetic about this change, viewing it as a necessary evolution in his career.